everyone, I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I'm Tarasha, welcome to my channel. So we're going to do movie news and TV show news. Now I love doing these because there's, like I said, there's so much stuff that comes out through the day and through the weeks and stuff. So the first thing we're going to talk about is that it's been reported that DC Studios is doing a Bane and Deathstroke team up movie. Now I think this is very interesting because James Gunn right now is working on Superman and other movies and TV shows that he came out for his first chapter, which is I believe Gods and Monsters, and he is working on that. And we've been hearing here and there of other projects that they're working on, like the Bane and Deathstroke. Now, Bane and Deathstroke are two, I believe, really good villains. And I believe I don't think, have we ever had a team up movie with two villains? I'm not sure. And if I could think of some, I'll probably put them right here. But I think that's very interesting. Um, they're both DC characters, and they're both really good characters. Now, I don't know too much about Bane. I know a little bit more about Deathstroke, but I don't know too much about Bane, besides the movies. That's it. And I think people have been talking about Bane so much through the years. I have heard some people say, "Oh, what if he got his own movie?" Well, it looks like he's getting his own movie. I wonder who they're going to pick. Now, I will pick for me. I would say for Bane is probably, I would say Deathstroke for Dave Bautista, but I would say Bane. I think he would play a really good Bane, I think. I really do think that. Because I do know, yes, he's part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, but I would like to see him play a villain, a really good villain. I think he would be really, really good playing the villain. The next thing that we're going to talk about, which is still DC. Now, actually, the first three things we're talking about is DC, by the way. The second thing we're going to talk about is going to be a Robin. Um, Here we go. A Robin origin story animated movie at works at DC Studios. Now, I love all the Robins, right? My favorite one would be Dick Grayson or Damien, right? And this one will be following Dick Grayson and Jason Todd as orphans, thieves who call themselves the dynamic duo. Um, will be produced by Matt Reeves and James Gunn, not in Reeves' DC universe, because Matt Reeves at the moment does Batman with Robert Patterson, which is called The Batman, and he is working on The Batman 2. And this will be crossed between CGI animation, stop motion, and live action performances. When I read that out loud, it's giving, okay, so the animation is probably going to be fantastic, because I don't know if I really talk about the DC animation movies on here. I will do a video of my favorite ones because there's so many, and there's so many good ones. I do have my top 10, so I will do that. But I think this would be really cool. Now, for me, I want them to do, I want them to introduce Robin live action. Now they will introduce Robin live action with Brave and the Bold, which is going to be the Batman movie on James Gunn's side of his movies. But for me, the one that they're introducing is going to be Damien. But I feel like they should introduce, hopefully in that movie they also, well, by that time, Dick Grayson will be Nightwing, to be honest. And there have been some rumors floating around the last couple years for a Nightwing movie. I would like to see a Nightwing movie. And Titans, we did see Nightwing and stuff, but I want to see his origin story. Yes, I know his origin story already, but I would love for him to just be introduced properly with a movie. That's what I do believe. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. There are several Robins. You have Dick Grayson, you have Jason Todd, you have Tim Drake, you have Damien, and a few others. And it's just, there's so many of them. That's why when a couple months ago when I was talking about Batgirl and it got canceled and all that, I was like, I want to see more of the Bat family because there's so many good people in the Batman roster that we have not seen or we haven't seen in a very, very long time. Because a villain that I want to see is Poison Ivy. I talked about Poison Ivy a couple weeks, actually a week ago, because there was a little reunion between um, Arnold and Uma Thurman because they both played. He played Mr. Freeze and she played Poison Ivy, and I do like her Poison Ivy. And they had a little reunion, and I was like, okay, I want to see Poison Ivy again. I really do. I want to see Poison Ivy get a good actress to play this character that there. I believe there's numerous actors today that could play Poison Ivy the correct way in a very good way and just make her pop on screen. Um, Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about will be lanterns. Now, the last time I was talking on my movie and TV news, I was talking about how they were looking for a Hal Jordan, and they did look for a Hal Jordan, and I do believe it's going to be Kyle Chandler. Now, Kyle Chandler is he's up in age, so the way I was reading about lanterns is that Hal Jordan is going to mentor Jon Stewart. So I was actually correct on this on my last video because I was saying, okay, Hal Jordan is going to be older and Jon Stewart's going to be younger, so they're going to be looking for a younger actor. And the two that they're looking at is Aaron Pierce and Stephen James. Now, Aaron Pierce has a very popular movie on Netflix right now. I can't think of the title right now, but I'll put it right here. I have not seen that movie, but by the time this video come out, I will see the movie and I probably will talk about it in my next video. Now, both of these actors are fantastic because I've seen them in other projects. They are fantastic. In my opinion, I do believe Aaron Pierce could do it. I also believe that Stephen James could do it too. So it's kind of like a toss up. Like both of them could really, really do it. I think that both of them could portray Jon Stewart very well. And I wonder what's going to happen because they said these two were in the mix, so they probably talking to other people also. So I wonder what's going to happen with this show because it's going to be 8 episodes, and I cannot wait because they've been talking about a Green Lantern series for a very long time. Because I think it was supposed to be a movie, I think, and I think they changed it into a TV show, which is I think is a smart idea because we could have very 8 episodes and each of them could be like a mini movie, you know? So I cannot wait. The last thing we're going to talk about will be Rugrats. um Now I love Rugrats. And we have had Rugrats the movie, Rugrats in Paris, Rugrats Gone Wild, and that movie is when Tommy Pickles and the family, excuse me, meets the Wild Thornberrys. And all 3 of those movies are fantastic, right? But we have not seen Rugrats on screen for a very long time on big screen. A small screen, yes, but big screen, it's been a while. So when I heard the news the day before yesterday, I was like, okay, this is going to be something. I think it's through Paramount, and the same director that directed Pitch Perfect is doing this movie. Jason Moore. And I was like, okay. Now, to my understanding, it's going to be a hybrid, meaning live action / CGI hybrid, meaning that the babies will be CGI'd and everything else will be live action. So I'm wondering who they're going to cast for this. I'm wondering how long it's going to take. Is it going to take probably, I would say, a year or so. And I cannot wait to see they do with this, because the Rugrats has been around for what, 30 years, something around there. Because I've been watching Rugrats ever since I've been a tiny thing. So I would say about 30 years. So I'm happy about this because the next generation could see this. Knowing the fact you could go on a streaming service and go to Rugrats, and I believe the movies are on streaming to my understanding. If they are, I'll put them where they are right here. And I'm also going to say this: if I'm talking about movie or talking about movies throughout the video, and I will put right here a list of where they are, so you guys could know where they are. Instead of y'all trying to figure out where they are, I want to make it more easier for you guys, so you guys have like a thing of, okay, that movie's there, so I can just type it in and find it or whatever. Same thing for TV shows. I did it in my last video of, I was talking about TV anniversaries, and I gave you guys a list where they were. But some of them were in multiple spots, some of them were just in one spot or whatever. I'll do the same thing with movies. But I believe this is a good thing. All the characters from Rugrats, Tommy Pickles, Dill Pickle, even in the first movie, Rugrats, the movie, that's when Dill Pickle was born. And my girl, Angelica, and Susie Carmichael. I did a whole thing about Susie Carmichael because that was the first person that looked like me on TV. And in the back and forth between Susie Carmichael and Angelica and her doll Cynthia, it's just, I love it. And I cannot wait to see these characters back on the big screen again. I hope everyone is having a good day. I'm Tarasha. I hope you guys subscribe to my channel. And over here we talk about the things that we love. Bye.